The first time you hear the hiss, you're 7 years old and you've wandered too close to the edge of the village. You turn around. There's a green creature standing about 4 feet away, swelling slightly, like it's holding its breath. Your neighbor grabs you by the back of your shirt and yanks you through a door. The explosion comes half a second later. You feel it in your chest before you hear it. A perfect crater where the creature used to be. Your neighbor looks down at you, completely calm, and says two words you will hear more times than you can count for the rest of your life. Stay inside. You are born in a village, not a town, not a city. A village, which in this world means a loose collection of wooden and cobblestone buildings, arranged with no logical urban planning, populated by people who communicate mostly in grunts and seem deeply committed to doing exactly one job for their entire lives. Your father is a farmer. His father was a farmer. This is not unusual. This is just how things work here. The world around you is built from blocks. The hills, the trees, the stone, the dirt beneath your feet. All of it arranged in perfect cubes as if the universe was assembled by someone working on a grid. You don't find this strange because you've never known anything else. What you do find strange, even as a child, is the night. Because the night is the thing that shapes every decision ordinary people make in this world. When the sun goes down, creatures appear. Skeletons with bows. Zombies that pound on doors until either the door breaks or morning arrives. Spiders the size of dogs. And the green ones, creepers, which make no sound except a brief hiss before they detonate with enough force to leave a crater in solid stone. Nobody knows where they come from. They simply exist. They wander toward noise and light, and they explode. The only rule is don't be outside after dark, and if you are, run. You learn this before you learn to read. Childhood in the village is ordinary in the way that all childhoods in dangerous worlds are ordinary. You normalize the danger because you've never known anything else. You learn to craft, to farm, to trade. You learn that wood makes weak tools, stone makes decent ones, iron is what you actually want, and diamond is what legends are made of. Your family works in iron and considers itself fortunate. The village has a blacksmith, a librarian, a priest, a butcher, and several farmers. The same configuration every village seems to have, as if the universe decided the minimum requirements for a settlement and stopped there. What nobody properly explains during childhood is the Wanderers. You're 12 when you see one up close. He appears from the tree line east of the village just before noon, tall, carrying a stone pickaxe, looking around your village with an expression of mild interest. He walks through the center of town, opens your neighbor's storage chest, takes everything inside, and keeps walking. Your neighbor watches this happen and says nothing. You ask why she doesn't stop him. She gives you a look like you've asked why you can't stop the weather. The Wanderers are a category of person unlike anyone else in this world. They carry what seems like the weight of a mountain in their bare hands without slowing down. You've watched one punch a tree with his bare fist until it fell apart into perfect wooden blocks that floated into his inventory. They heal from wounds that would take a normal person weeks to recover from. They don't sleep, or they choose to sometimes. It seems optional for them in a way it isn't for you. Where they come from, nobody knows. What they want is usually unclear. Some are helpful. They build walls, light torches along the perimeter, trade iron tools for emeralds, and seem pleased by the deal. Others mine the ground beneath your house without warning and leave a perfect rectangular hole where your floor used to be. One burns down 2 village buildings trying to smelt iron, rebuilds both in about 8 minutes using completely different materials, and leaves without explanation. Your neighbor's house is now inexplicably made of sandstone. You learn quickly that your relationship with Wanderers is like your relationship with weather. You can't control them, you can't predict them, and you adapt when they affect your life. By 18, you've chosen your profession. You become a Fletcher. You make arrows and bows, which turns out to be steady work because everyone needs ammunition and the raids make sure of that. Pillagers, organized, crossbow-wielding, and committed to dismantling everything your village has built, arrive periodically in waves. They bring witches who throw poison. They bring large beasts that knock down walls. You've lived through 4 raids by 23. During the third one, you lose the east side of the village. Families you've known your whole life spend the following month rebuilding from scratch. You make arrows every night that week because after a raid, everyone wants more arrows. This is your life. Not extraordinary, not heroic. Consistent work in a world that keeps trying to interrupt it. In your late 20s, one wanderer keeps coming back. He's building something massive to the north. You can see it from the village center once it gets tall enough. You never learn what it's for. He trades with you regularly, and through him, you hear stories about what exists beyond the horizon. A place called the Nether, a dimension accessed through a frame of volcanic black rock, filled with lava and creatures that make creepers look manageable. Underground cave systems so deep the stone changes color. A dragon. He mentions it casually, the way someone mentions traffic. You ask if he's been to see it. He shrugs and pulls a dragon egg out of what you assume are his pockets. You go home, bolt your door, and decide you are very content being a Fletcher. The village improves over the years. Several wanderers take a sustained interest in developing it. Real stone walls go up, torches line every perimeter path, and eventually iron golems appear. Enormous constructs of iron blocks and flowers that patrol through the night and deal with whatever comes through. You watch one throw a zombie 40 feet. You watch the same one gently hand a flower to a child the next morning. They are among the strangest things in a world already full of strange things, and you are deeply grateful for them. Raids still come, but the losses get smaller. Children born after the golems arrive have never experienced a raid the way you did at 14, running for cover, not knowing if the building would hold. The main characters of this world's biggest stories pass through your life occasionally. A wanderer with enchanted diamond armor walks through the village once, and every iron golem turns to watch her pass, and the air feels different for about 30 seconds. Then she's gone into the forest and normal life resumes. You never learn her name. She never learns yours. That's all right. You weren't supposed to be her story. Your final decades are quieter. You teach younger Fletchers the trade, which wood works best, how to judge feather quality, how to price fairly when a wanderer offers diamonds, because they genuinely have more than they know what to do with. You watch the sunset from your workshop window, close the shutters, and go inside. Some habits, once learned, become permanent. Your survival rating, 52%. Minecraft isn't the most dangerous fictional universe you could be born into, but it demands a specific kind of discipline. The night cycle is lethal if you're careless, and creepers don't kill you through malice. They simply explode when they get close enough and you happen to be there. Raids are the biggest organized threat, and everyone in a village experiences at least one. The underground is off limits unless you're a wanderer or suicidal. The Nether doesn't even register as a realistic option for an ordinary person. What works in your favor is community. Villages are defensible. Resources are abundant on the surface. Wanderers, despite their chaos, often improve the places they settle around. And unlike most dangerous universes, this one gives you a full day where nothing is actively hunting you, which is more than most places offer. You survive here not through strength, but through consistency. You know the rules. You follow them. You stay inside after dark. You weren't the chosen one. You didn't fight the dragon, or explore the end, or descend into the caves where the darkness has its own rules. You made arrows. You traded emeralds. You rebuilt after every raid and learned, at 7 years old, what a creeper sounds like in the half second before it explodes. and you spent the rest of your life making sure you were never close enough to hear it again. In a world built from an infinite grid of blocks, you carved out something small and solid and yours. In the Minecraft universe, that's enough. If you want to see your life in another universe, subscribe to Curio Brain. We drop a new one every week. And leave a comment with the universe you want next.